Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for CD collection video 9 that planned on doing. So I'm going to discuss what CDs I'm going to be talking about and let you know my thoughts on what I thought of each song from the album. So let's start off with the first album, which is Zayn, Mind of Mine. Yeah, Mind of Mine. I couldn't remember what it was called at first. But uh Mind of Mind is the first track, and then Pillow Talk was the second one. It's You was actually pretty good. I did enjoy it before a lot. And Rear View and Wrong were my favorite ones. I did get the Target Deluxe, as you can see, with Do Something Good and Golden. And yeah, this album's like 4 years old. I think it's my favorite album from this artist. I haven't heard it in a while, but I'm glad I bought it because it's a really good album. As you can see, shows his kid picture or whatever. T.O. was my favorite one for sure. It was a short one, but it was a favorite. And yeah, the deluxe songs were pretty good too. Uh, there were some mellow songs that I wasn't that crazy about, but still think it's a great album. And I know I don't own his second studio album, which is Icarus Falls, but I'll probably get it just to complete my collection for Zayn. So yeah, the first album I talked about was Zayn, Mind of Mine. The second album I'm going to talk about is One OK Rock 35 XXXV. It's a little hard to pronounce the XXX stuff, but there's 15 tracks on this deluxe. It's the US edition, and I enjoyed this album a lot. This was probably my favorite album from their discography. Take Me to the Top was really good. Cry Out. Suddenly was not too bad. Mighty Long Fall's a favorite. Paper Planes was good. So was Memories. One by One. Stuck in the Middle was pretty good. The Way Back is a favorite for sure. And many others. The intro track was actually pretty good too. So yeah, the second album I talked about was One OK Rock 35 XXXV. Now the next album I'm going to talk about is another One OK Rock album, which is Ambitions. Now this is the second studio album I bought from them, the second US studio album that I got from them. I enjoyed Bombs Away, Taking Off, We Are. Jaded was pretty good. There were a lot of good tracks off this album. I don't own their Eye of the Storm album yet, but I'm thinking about getting it. It'll probably have to be in the summer sometime when I can afford it. But I'm going to be buying Man with a Mission's Chasing the Horizon and Eye of the Storm at the same time to complete those collections that I have. Bon Voyage was a good one. Take What You Want featuring 5 Seconds of Summer was really good. I Was King was a great one. Bedroom Warfare was an experimental track, and so was American Girls. I only have the US edition. I know there's other tracks on the Japanese edition, but I don't have the Japanese one. I just decided to get this one, but great album for sure. Some experimental tracks, but still pretty good. So yeah, that's One OK Rock with Ambitions. The fourth album I'm going to talk about is Rascal Flatts' Unstoppable. Now, this was probably my favorite Rascal Flatts album. It's really good. I did buy it from FYE, and I enjoyed this album a lot. There's a lot of good tracks off it. Love Who You Love is a really good one. Here Comes Goodbye, Close, Forever. I think Once was my favorite one. Summer Nights was solid. It's not a bad track. The title track's really good. So is She'd Be California. And Things That Matter was good. Some of the tracks got really emotional in this album. Some of them. Not every single one of them, but I still enjoyed this record as a whole. It's a really good album, and it's definitely worth purchasing. Rascal Flatts' Unstoppable is the fourth album I talked about. Now the fifth album I'm going to talk about is Rascal Flatts' Still Feels Good. This is another good album that I got, I think, from FYE as well. Because it says use guaranteed, so it's from FYE. I know it because I shop there most of the time when I can. I can't do it now because of this coronavirus. But pretty much, hey guys, sorry that I had to pause the video. I was getting a phone call from someone, some random number, and I just can't deal with that shit. But to continue where I left off, I enjoyed Take Me There from the Still Feels Good album by Rascal Flatts that I'm talking about. If I confused you guys when I stopped the video. And Still Feels Good was a great track. Winner at a Losing Game was good. No Rains was pretty awesome. How Strong Are You Now is probably the weakest track off this album. And it kind of brought the rating to this album down a little bit. Here was pretty good. Bop That Head was alright. Help Me Remember was a great one. That was supposed to be on the Me and My Gang album, but I guess it didn't get on there. Which is fine. But Every Day was another good one. She Goes All the Way was pretty nice. And It's Not Supposed to Go Like That was a great closer to the album. So yeah, the fifth album I talked about was Rascal Flatts' Still Feels Good. Now the sixth album I'm going to talk about is Nickelback, All the Right Reasons. Yeah, I actually like Nickelback. I don't know why people are trashing them because of their repetitive lyrics or whatever or something. I don't know. It's retarded. I enjoyed their music. I had to put it in a new case. As you can see, I put it in a black case. Or you see on the side, there's a black thing holding it. And yeah, I enjoyed Fighting for All the Wrong Reasons. Animals was really good. It is a sex song, but it's still pretty good. Saving Me was great. Far Away was good. Side of a Bullet was an awesome one. I enjoyed Someone That You're With a lot. And Photographs got really great lyrics on it. It does repeat itself sometimes in some lyrics in this album, but nothing to the extreme where it's terrible. I still enjoyed All the Right Reasons by Nickelback. And this actually is 15 years old now. So, yeah. The sixth album I talked about was Nickelback, All the Right Reasons. The seventh album I'm going to talk about is Chevelle with The North Corridor. Now, it was supposed to be a different album picture with the kid looking at the door. And it didn't happen. They changed it. But I got this album at FYE when it came out, and I'm glad I did, because this was an awesome record. I enjoyed Warhol's Showbiz. Punchline was pretty good. Got Burned is a great one. Shot from a Cannon was probably the longest one on the album, but it was a great closer. Rivers was good. So was Joyride, Omen. Door to Door Cannibals was an awesome one. So was Enemies. There's a lot of good tracks off this album. It's a very heavy album and somewhat dark at times, but I think Punchline was probably the darkest track off this album. But yeah, the 7th album I talked about was Chevelle, The North Corridor. Now, this is going to be another Chevelle album I'm going to talk about. And this is Chevelle Gargola. It's a little hard to pronounce it. I think I pronounced it right. Gargola. It means gargoyle. I enjoyed this album a lot. There was one mellow track off it. Then the rest got a little bit heavy. Well, maybe 2 mellow tracks actually. Ouija Board was a great opener. And Island was pretty good. Take Out the Gunman was great. Jawbreaker was good. Hunter Eats Hunter was pretty awesome. And yeah, there's a lot of good tracks off this album. And I enjoyed this record from start to finish. It's a really good, awesome album. So definitely check this out if you haven't heard it. This is the 7th album I talked about, was Chevelle Gargola. I'm gonna have to do one more and that's it. The 8th album I talked about was La Gargola by Chevelle. This is the next album I'm gonna talk about. Corn the Nothing. This I did buy like maybe a month after it came out, and it's got a lot of good tracks off it. Cold was a favorite. You'll Never Find Me was pretty good. The Darkness is Revealing was awesome. Idiosyncrasy was pretty awesome. Can You Hear Me was a solid track. Well, it was enjoyable, but there was a lot of heaviness in this album, and it kind of took it to a dark place with this record. It's very dark and very aggressive, and I like the album picture a lot. It's really cool. But yeah, the 9th album I talked about was Corn the Nothing, and he did write a song about his ex-wife that passed away. Jonathan Davis did, called This Loss, which was pretty sad, but I still enjoyed the heaviness in some parts of the track, which was really awesome. But yeah, that's going to be it for CD Collection Video 9. Comment below and let me know what you guys thought of the CD Collection Video 9, if you liked it. And if you liked this video, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will be returning to you for CD Collection Video 10 in a little bit. I gotta upload this first, and then I'll be doing CD Collection Video 10. But anyways, sorry that I paused the video like at 6 minutes and all that. I just got a call from someone and I was gonna ignore it, but I just had to answer it to see who it was. And it was no one. It was just some random caller, and I was like, ugh, I hate those calls. But thank you for watching this video. Stay safe out there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care, and I'll see you in my next one.